Hello children, in the previous class we discussed the measurement of the length. Today we are going to discuss about the measurement of time and weight. The standard unit for the time is seconds. All of you know very well, you are watching your clock in your home. 1 hour is equal to 60 minutes. 1 minute is equal to 60 seconds. 1 hour is equal to 3600 seconds. 60 into 60. 1 day is equal to 24 hours. 1 year is equal to 365 1/4 quarter days. And 1 leap year is equal to 366 days. 1 century is equal to 100 years. This is how we will measure the time. In the same way, for weight also different measurements are there. The standard unit for the weight is kg. 1 kg is equal to 1000 grams. 1 gram is equal to 100 milligrams. So, like this we will measure the weight. So, the standard units for length is meter, weight is kg and the time is second. Now we will discuss about the story of transport. In olden days, people used to travel from one place to another place by walk, even either they are long distance or short distance. Slowly they started using the animals like bulls, ox, horses, donkeys to travel from one place to another place. So they used to make carts and these animals used to pull those carts. Egyptians, they developed the bamboos, rafts, ships to travel from one place to another place on water. As slowly that civilization is developed, now aeroplanes, cars, bicycles, all they are used for transportation. If you go to the villages, even now in India, we can see the bullock carts and horse carts. They are used to carry the heavy loads. So, what is meant by transport? Moving from one place to another place is called as transport. Scientifically, moving from one place to another place is called as motion. In science, moving from one place to another place is called as motion. See, I am standing here. If I come forward or I will go back, this is called as motion. This is called as motion. See, early in the morning you will get up and you will get ready for the school. You will go to school either by bus or auto. So, your friend will sitting beside of you in the auto. Both of you are sitting. Means you are not moving. So, you are at rest position. The object which will not show any motion is called as rest. So, if the object is moving from one place to another place, we will say that the object is in motion. So, what is meant by motion? If an object shows a movement, irrespective of stationary object, it will change its position. We will say that the object is in motion. If object does not change its position regarding to the rest, that is called the object is at rest. Nothing but simply object moving from one place to another place is called it is in motion. The object which does not show any movement, that is called is at rest. Now we are going to discuss about what are the different types of the motions, how they are correlated to one another. Now we are going to discuss. Before going to discuss about the different types of the motion, first we will clarify what is rest and what is motion. You are going to school in a auto rickshaw. You and your friend are sitting side by side. So both of you to each other, you are in rest position because you are not moving. But the people who are you watching on the road, for them you are in motion. So rest means stationary object, no movement. Motion means movement. Remember this. Rest means stationary object does not move anything, any movement. It won't change its position. Motion means it will change its position. Now we will discuss about the different types of the motions. What are the different types of the motions? Rotational motion, translatory motion, oscillatory motion, non-periodic motion and periodic motion. Now we will discuss each and every one in detail. First one is rotational motion. What is meant by rotational motion? If an object rotates on a fixed path, that is called as rotational motion. Have you ever seen the ceiling fans in your home? or in the classroom, when switch on the switch, the fan will rotate on its fixed path. If you observe, for the fan, one long stand will be there, down one round bottom will be there, for that blades will be attached. So when you switch on the switch, what will happen? This rod won't move, it is fixed point, and the blades will go on rotating when you switch on the fan. If you observe, the inner parts of the blades will move slowly and the outer edges of the blades will rotate very fastly. It depends upon the distance of the object. For rotational motion, example, spinning of top, rotating fan and spinning of the earth. Now we will discuss about the translatory motion. If you take a ball, you roll the ball, what will happen? All the parts of the ball will roll and it will give the movement. So what is meant by translatory motion? When an object, all parts of it will move and they will go at a standard distance at a fixed point, that is called as translatory motion. This translatory motion is again two types: rectilinear motion, curvilinear motion. What is meant by rectilinear motion? If the object goes in a straight line, that is called as a rectilinear motion or linear motion. See, suppose if a car is going on a straight road, the car will go straightly. All the parts of the car also move straightly. Like you are riding a bicycle. So you are riding the bicycle on a straight road. What will happen? All your body parts will move straight line and the cycle also will ride on a straight line. That is called as rectilinear motion or linear motion. What is meant by curvilinear motion? It is also called as a circular motion. The object will move in a circular path. That is called as curvilinear motion. If you, when the car will move from one road to another road, so it will take a turn, that is a curvilinear motion. So nothing but rectilinear motion means going in a straight line. Curvilinear motion means taking a curve is called as curvilinear motion. The next one is oscillatory motion. Here the object is at a rest position and it will show to and fro motion. See, by seeing you, what you are remembering here? Pendulum clock. See, I am moving this chalk holder like this. So it is going front and it is coming back. This is called as a to and fro motion. See, one you can play like with a thread and stone. You take one thread, you tie the stone to the thread. When you do like this, the stone will move forward and it will go back. Again it will move forward and it will go back. This is called as a to and fro motion. To and fro motion. In olden days you will have the pendulum clocks. Long wall clocks will be there. So the wall clocks will go on, pendulum will move to, it will go forward and backward. That is called as to and fro motion. Oscillatory motion means the object which is at a fixed point which will show to and fro motion. Now we will discuss about the periodic and non-periodic motion. What is meant by periodic motion? Some objects show repeated motions after a fixed period of time. That is called as periodic motion. For example, the earth will rotate itself and it also rotates around the sun. Because the earth will show rotation, we are getting the day and night. Because the earth rotates around the sun, we are getting the seasons. So due to rotation, we are getting the day and night. Due to revolution, we are getting the seasons. So the earth is showing repeated movement at fixed point of time. So that is called as periodic motion. Likewise, if you see the musical instruments, tambura, guitar, for all of them, the long wires will be stretched and they are fixed to the wooden blocks. When you stretch the string, you can see the musical instrument sound. So the periodic motion will occur due to the oscillatory movement also. Remember children, all oscillatory motions are not periodic motions. What is meant by non-periodic motion? If an object will show repeated motions irrespective of time, not a fixed path, that is called as non-periodic motion. For example, if you ride a bicycle fastly, the bicycle move very fast. If you ride the bicycle slowly, it will move slowly. If you increase the speed of the vehicle move very fastly and you can reach the destination within short period of time. If you go slowly, the time will increase. So there is no fixed time, but there will be repeated motion, that is called as a non-periodic motion. Along with all these motions, one more type of motion is there, that is called as multiple motion. What is meant by multiple motion? Number of motions are involved in that, that is called as multiple motion. For example, if you are riding a bicycle, the cycle will go in a straight line. So the cycle is showing the translatory motion. Your wheels are rotating, so they are showing the rotational motion. And you are riding the cycle, so wheels are showing rotational motion and the cycle is showing the translatory motion. So two types of motions are involved in that. Likewise, in merry-go-round, in the exhibitions you will climb the merry-go-round. If you observe, the merry-go-round will rotate circularly, so it will show certain periodic movement. The horses which are there on which you are climbing, they will go up and down, so that will show the oscillatory motion. In the same way, roller coaster also, so all they are involved in number of motions. This type of motions are called as multiple motions. So what are the different types of motions we have learnt? Rotational motion, translatory motion, it is again divided into rectilinear motion and curvilinear motion, oscillatory motion, non-periodic motion and periodic motion. For rotational motion, example, movement of the earth. Rectilinear motion, riding a bicycle. Curvilinear motion, however you are rolling the ball. Next one, oscillatory motion, pendulum clock. Non-periodic motion, moving object according to its speed. Periodic motion, movement of the earth. All these are different types of the motions. If more than one type of motions are involved, those are called as multiple motion. I hope all of you have understood, children. Bye, children.